Kulasekara Azhwar's Perumal Thirumozhi Padhigam 9.
रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्. We just saw the love of a mother who's missing the child. That is Devaki, missing Lord Krishna. Even though she had the bhagyam of giving birth to him, she did not have the bhagyam to see all his childhood activities. Now, that is Krishna Avataram. Now, in Rama Avataram, it is the father, Dasharatha, who, due to a promise that he made to his wife Kaikesi, to keep up that promise, he sends Lord Rama to the forest along with Sita and Lakshmana, Anujan. And after Lord Rama goes away, Dasharatha feels very bad and how he is missing. And that love, Azhwar becomes one as Dasharatha and sings the song of a father's love, showing missing his child, Lord Rama. How he talks about the greatness of Rama through Dasharatha's love. Again, we can see the Shringarasam here.
வந்தாலி நினைவாங்கி வளநகரம் தொழுதேத்த மன்னனாவான் நின்னாயை அரியணை மேலிருந்தாயை நெடுங்கானம் பலரப் போகு என்னால் எம்மிராமாவோ உனைப் பயந்த கைகேசி தன் சொற்கேட்டு நன்னாக நானிலத்தை ஆழ்வித்தேன் நன்மகனே உன்னை நானே.
In this Padhigam, in the first Pasuram, Azhwar becomes King Dasharatha and shows his love for his son. We already saw about Krishna Avataram, about how Azhwar becomes Devaki and laments that showing her love for Krishna, having missed him and having had the need to send him over to Yashoda Mata. But here, that is part of Mahabharata. This is part of Ramayana. So, Azhwar has brought in both the epics here, Ramayana and Mahabharata. And here he says, O Rama, after he worshipped the lotus feet of Srimanarayana, the beautiful city of Ayodhya, all the people were ready to have you as their king, and I was ready to crown you. But listening to the words of Kaikeyi, I sent you to the forest, and which is very difficult to enter instead of ruling this Ayodhya. So it shows a father's tapam when he is away from his son, that is King Dasharatha being away from Rama, and how he shows his love for Rama. That is the Shringarasam in this Padhikam. This is a Vipraramba Shringarasam.
வெவ்வாயேன் வெவ்வுரை கேட்டு இருநிலத்தை வேண்டாதே விரைந்து வெண்ணி மைவாய கடிலொழிந்து தேரொழிந்து மாவொழிந்து வனமே மேவி நெய்வாய வேல் நெடுங்கண் நேரிழையும் இளங்காவும் பின்பு போக எவ்வாறு நடந்ததனை எம்மிராமாவோ எம்பெருமான் என் செய்கேனே.
Azhwar as Dasharatha King Dasharatha now sings about the next part. He says, now Rama has gone to the forest. Now he is asking, how did you go? And you have gone. What will I do? He says, after hearing the harsh words from my mouth, you did not want any of the ruling. You did not want to rule the country. You did not want the elephants, which looked like dark, huge mountains. You did not want the chariots. You did not want the horses. You did not want anything. You immediately started to the forest, set out to go to the forest with Sita Pirati and Ilaya Perumal, who is your Anujan, that is Lakshmana. And what will I do now? You have gone to the forest. How did you walk in the forest? Oh my Lord, that's what he says.
கொல்லணைவேல் வரிநெடுங்கண் கௌசலைத்தன் குலமதலாய் குனிவில் ஏந்தும் மல்லணைந்த வரைத்தோளா வல்வினையேன் மனமுறக்கம் வகையே கத்தாய் மெல்லணை மேல் மின்துயின்னாய் இன்னினிப்போய் வியன்கான மரத்தின் நீழல் கல்லணை மேல் கண்துயிலக் கத்தனையோ காகுத்தா கரியகோவே.
Now Rama has already reached the forest according to Dasharatha, and how he is saying what difficulties he is having, and he is talking about the greatness of Rama, which is showing all his love for Lord Rama. He says Lord Rama came to this world to uplift the clan of Kausalya, that is the lineage of Kausalya. And he has reddish and black eyes which are beautiful like a lotus, and he has a spear engaged in killing, and he had a curved bow. Rama is always associated with his bow and arrow, and he has divine shoulders. He is Ajanabahu, which are strong like the mountains, and he melts the sinner's heart even. And he is incarnated in the lineage of King Kakutstha. And he is my Lord. That's what Dasharatha or Azhwar Dasharatha says. Yet Rama, as the son of a king, was in a palace, so he had all the luxuries. He slept on a beautiful soft mattress. Now when you go to the forest, you will be sleeping under a shadow of a tree. How did you learn to do that? So Dasharatha explains his love and feeling all the difficulties that Rama is going to go through in the forest.
வாபோகு வாயின்னம் வந்துருகால் கண்டுபோ மலரால் கூந்தல் வெய்போலும் எழில்தோடி தன் பொருட்டா விடையோன் தன் வில்லை ஜொத்தாய் மாபோகு நெடுங்கானம் வல்வினையேன் மனமுறக்கும் மகனே இன்னு நீ போக என் நெஞ்சம் இருபிளவாய் போகாதே நிற்குமாறே.
In the fourth Pasuram, King Dasharatha shows his love for Rama as he says, "Oh my child," he says, "you keep coming and going." As he goes up and down, he sees the father, and he says, "Oh Rama, you broke Shivan's bow for the sake of to marry Sita Pirati." And how is Sita Pirati? She is beautiful. She is Mata. She is Bhuma Devi. And she is wearing always flowers on her head. And she has her shoulders are like bamboo. Your shoulders are like mountain, and her shoulders, she is soft. So her shoulders are like a bamboo. And oh my child Rama, you melt this sinner's mind. I am a sinner because I sent you to the forest. Where did I send you? Who's roaming in the forest? The elephants are roaming. I sent you to the forest and I'm still intact and my head is not split into two. How is that possible? So I really love you. That is what how he shows his love. And we see that Shringarasam in missing his son Rama.
பொருந்தார் கைவேல் நொதிபோல் பரல் பாய மெல்லடிக்கல் குருதி சோர விரும்பாத கான் விரும்பி வெயில் கூரை விரப்ப வெம்பசி நோய் கூற என்ன பெரும்பாவியேன் மகனே போகின்னாய் கேகையர்கோன் மகளாய் பெத்த அரும்பாவி சொற்கேட்ட அறிவினையேன் என் செய்கேன் அந்தோ யானே.
Here again, Dasharatha expresses his love for Lord Rama by feeling what Rama would go through in the forest with sharp edges of stones which will pierce the hands and which will pierce the enemy's hands and it will hit the feet of Bhagavan. And the sun which is scorching is going to be really hot, and with hunger in the forest it's not easy to get food. So you are a son of this great sinner. I am a great sinner. And knowing all of this, you went to the forest very willingly just to honor my words. And I am the great sinner. I listened to Kaikeyi, the daughter of Kekeya king. And how would I account for that? How would I even have done that to you? This is how he shows his love.
அம்மா என் ருகந்தழைக்கும் ஆர்வச் சொல் கேளாதே அணிசேர் மார்பம் என் மார்வத்திடை அழுந்தத் தழுவாதே முழுசாதே மோவாதுச்சி கைமாவின் நடையன்ன நடையும் கபலம்போல் முகமும் காணாது எம்மானை என் மகனை இழிந்திட்ட இழிதகையேன் இருக்கின்றேனே.
Here he shows his love by saying what all he is missing. He says, I am not hearing you call the word Amma happily and with great affection. I am not able to hug you, and your chest is decorated with ornaments. All that is gone, and I am not immersing in that ocean of happiness where I will be able to hug you and enjoy you. I'm not smelling the top of your head. I'm not able to smell that. I'm not seeing the beauty of your soft gait you're walking, which is similar to that of an elephant, with so much of grace and at the same time so much of power. I'm not seeing a radiant face which is like a lotus, and still I'm alive. I lost my son who made me happy with the beauty of his gait. So I've lost all of that. He shows his love by lamenting, by feeling bad for his actions.
பூமருவு நெருங்கொச்சு புன்சடையா புனைந்து பூந்துகில் சேரல்கொல் காமர் எழில் விழல் உடுத்து கலனணியாது அங்கங்கள் அழுகுமாறி ஏமறுதோள் என் புதல்வன் யானின்று செலத்தக்க வனம்தான் சேர்தல் தூமறையீர் இது தகவோ சுமந்திரனே வசிட்டனே சொல்லீர் நீரே.
Here, Azhwar is addressing two great rishis, Sumantra and Vasishta. He's saying, O great rishis, tell me whether this is proper. He says, my son Rama, whose hair is very fragrant and always decorated with flowers, is now made into, has matted hair because he is in the forest. His divine waist, which was adorning the silken dress, is now using a rope of grass, and his divine limbs, which are not wearing any ornaments now, they are without the artificial beauty. So which shows that Bhagavan by himself is beautiful. The ornaments don't make him beautiful. He makes the ornaments beautiful. The ornaments get divinity by Bhagavan wearing all of them. So now here Dasharatha shows his affection and his love for Rama by saying, all this my son is missing. Is this right? Is this proper? I should have gone to the forest instead of my son. So Sumantra and Vasisthara, please tell me if this is right.
பொன்பெத்தார் ஏழ்வேதப் புதல்வனையும் தம்பியையும் பூவை போலும் மென்பத்தா நுண்மருங்கள் மெல்லையல் என் மருகேயும் மனத்தில் போக்கி நின்பத்தா நின்மகன் மேல் பழிவிளைத்திட்டு என்னையும் நீழ்வானில் போக்க என்பத்தாய் கைகேசி இருநிலத்தில் இனிதாக இருக்கின்னாயே.
This Pasuram is expressing his love towards Rama, but he is asking Kaikeyi, why did she do this? What did she benefit from this? He says, oh, the daughter of the Kakeya king, he made Sri Rama, who is a learned person, who has learnt all the Veda Shastrams from great teachers, and you not only made him go along with him, my younger son, Lakshmana, his younger brother, Lakshmana, and my daughter-in-law, who is Sita Prati, who is so tender that her waist is thinner than even the lightning, you have made all of them go to the forest. Why did you do this? You put the blame on Bharata, Bharata is so affectionate towards you. You put the blame on him. And what did you get out of this? You made me to go also into the far above world. What did you get of this? But you are living here in the expansive earth, that is on earth happily. What did he get out of this? So he shows his affection by showing his anger on Kaikeyi and talks about the beauty of Bhagavan and Sita Pirati and his Anujan Lakshmana.
முன்னொரு நாள் மழுவாளி சிலை வாங்கி அவந்தவத்தை முத்தும் செத்தாய் உன்னையும் முன் அருமையும் உன்மோயின் வருத்தமம் ஒன்னாகக் கொள்ளாது என்னையும் என் மெய்யரையும் மெய்யாகக் கொண்டு மனம் பொக்க எந்தாய் நின்னையே மகனாகப் பெறப்பெறுவேன் ஏழ்பிறப்பும் நெடுந்தோள் வேந்தே.
Dasharatha, during his lamenting, talks about the greatness of Bhagavan, Sri Rama. He says, some time ago, you took the bow of Parashurama, who had an axe as weapon, and destroyed the entire benefit of his penance. So and you were so great, and you did not understand you did not consider how much of difficulties I went through to get you as my son, and also the sorrow you brought to your mother Kausalya. Because we all know how they did the Putraka Yagam, which is a huge big yam, and after several things, Lord Rama was born to Dasharatha and Kausalya. Not considering all this, you went to the forest. You decided to go to the forest, and just to make my words come true. He says, oh, you are the king. You have long shoulders. Let me have you, my son, in all my births, which I will take from now onwards. He said, how many ever births I take, you should be my son. That shows his total love for Lord Rama.
தேனகமா மலர்கூந்தல் கௌசலையும் சுமித்திரையும் சிந்தை நோவ கூனுறவின் கொடுந்தெழுத்தை சொற்கேட்ட கொடியவள் தன் சொற்கொண்டு இன்னு கானகமே மிக விரும்பி நீ துறந்த வளநகரை துறந்து நானும் வானகமே மிக விரும்பி போகின்றேன் மனகுலத்தார் தங்கள் கோவே.
In this Pasuram, Kulasekara Azhwar as Dasharatha says us how the whole town of Ayodhya is beautifully decorated for the coronation of Rama. And he says, you are greatest among the kings. So he's talking about the Guna, or his auspicious qualities. And you came in the lineage of Manu. But Kaikeyi listened to her servant maid's words, Kuni's words. And you were caught in that words of Kaikeyi, and you left the forest, leaving the town of Ayodhya when it was decorated for your coronation, making Kausalya and Sumitra, who were very happily decorated and awaiting to see this beautiful coronation. You are gone. Now we're all sad, and I will also be leaving this town, and as I want to just go away.
ஏறார்ந்த கருநெடுமால் இராமனாய் மனம் பொக்க அதனக்காத்தா தாரார்ந்த தடவரைத்தோள் தயரதன் தான் புலம்பிய அப்புலம்பல் தன்னை கூறார்ந்த வேல்வலவன் கோழியரகோன் குடை குலசேகரன் சொற்செய்த சீரார்ந்த தமிழ் மாலை இவை வல்லார் தீநெறிக்கண் செல்லார்தாமே.
In the last pasuram of this Padhigam, Kulasekara Azhwar, Dasharatha, says that unable to bear the activities of Lord Sri Rama, who is full of all auspicious qualities, Satgunas, and who incarnated as Rama and going to the forest, he has shoulders like a mountain and decorated with garlands. He is lamenting. That Dasharatha is lamenting. And Kulasekara Azhwar, who is an expert, who is a king, and who won over many battles, and he has a white-colored umbrella, mercifully composed these words of lament of 10 pasurams in Tamil language. Those who are experts in reciting will not go in bad ways because they understand the results of going in the bad way, just like Dasharatha did and missed his son, even though showing his affection here in these pasurams as a Shringarasam we can see, but he was very sad. It was not what he should have done. So this brings us to the Dasharatha is feeling sad, and he is showing his love for Lord Rama during the sadness. This brings us to the end of the Vipralamba Shringarasam, where the devotee is lamenting, the mother is lamenting, and the father is lamenting to see how they are missing out on their relationship with Bhagavan, being close to him. And Bhagavan, after listening to all of this, comes and shows his darshanam to Azhwar in Chitrakutam, from where the Sambhoga or the Sanyoga Shringarasam can be felt. So it shows how the transition, when one asks for something really just. What did this Bhakta Kulasekara ask? He said he wanted to be with Bhagavan. He wanted to see Sriman Narayana. And Bhagavan very rightly comes and shows himself in Chitrakuta. So from there we'll see what happens in the Samyoga Shringarasam in Perumal Thirumozhi.